What's up, it's Blocky, and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be building a summer camp in Minecraft. In this town, it's going to be named Camp Craft-A-Lot. So the first thing I'm going to do is build the main building here, and this main building is going to be where all of the dining is at, like the restaurant. It's going to be where the arcade is, and it's going to be kind of just the central hub for the camp. So let me go ahead and just build the walls, and then it takes me a while to get the roof line right, but I want to make it look like a log cabin style camp. So I found the perfect area, in my opinion, for this summer camp right here, because it's in like the spruce taiga biome, or the mega taiga biome. So here we go. Now the main building is pretty much done. On the exterior, the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is build the main road here. And just one thing I do want to point out, most of my builds are exterior only, but this town has all interiors for the building. So I have to make this road go up this huge steep mountain right here, and then I am going to build a bridge that goes across. So now that I have that complete, I'm going to build a little lookout area off of the bridge for people to pull over and look out over the river. And now I'm just going to go ahead and build the actual bridge itself. So now that the bridge is complete, I am going to flip back over to the main building here and build the parking lot for it. And then I have to connect it to the main road here. So this town is actually on a completely brand new map. I call it Blocky World Atlas, and it's going to be my new map that I will be building pretty much most of my future cities on here, that, you know, are not going to be in Blocky World West, which is pretty much a super flat world. So I really like the terrain that this map has, and I'm just really excited to keep building more things in it. So here we go. Now I am pretty much have the roads done. The next thing we go ahead and do is build some things near the main building. The first thing I'm going to build is a rock wall right here, and this rock wall is super fun to build, and you can actually try it out. So two people can race each other up to the top of the rock wall. And now that that rock wall is complete, I'm going to add in a small playground right here just outside of the main rec building here. And now I'm going to add in the swimming pool. So this is where, you know, all the swimming is at. And then I'm also going to be adding in some water slides near the swimming pool. So there will be two water slides, and this first one I really love. It's like the big water slide, and then I'm gonna build another smaller water slide for like the little kids. But now I'm gonna build the pool, and you can't see it the greatest as I'm building it right here, but just gonna fill in some areas right there. And now I wasn't 100% sure what to put here, but I figured a basketball court would look really nice, and the camp definitely needed one. So now that the court's done, I'm going to build the arcade inside of the actual rec building right here. So I'll just put the arcade off to the left-hand side when you walk in the front door. And now off to the right, I'm going to go ahead and put the main restaurant area and like the kitchen. And then in the center, I'm just going to put a bunch of tables for like the dining area right here. Now I'm going to build a dock for fishing, which you can see in the aerial view. And now that the main building is complete, it's time to add in all the other log cabins, RVs, campers, and tents. So I'm going to build a few different models of cabins right here. And all of these cabins and other buildings will also have full interiors. So I really enjoy building these cabins, and they were a little bit challenging to build to just fit everything into that small space. But like I said, I do really enjoy building things like this, and this is a nice refresher from my last build where I pretty much just copy and pasted everything. So here we go. Now I'm just gonna finish building that third cabin right there. I can't remember if I built 3 or 4 cabins. I think it's only 3. So here we go. Now that the cabins are complete, I am going to go ahead and build an RV. And I did look up a Minecraft RV tutorial from Google for this. So here we go. I'm just going to put in the main area of the RV here, and then put some exterior features on, like a little swimming pool and a campfire area. And now it's time for me to build the tents. So I'm just going to build the tents and then have it in 3 different colors. And there we go. These areas are pretty much done. So now I need to take all the cabins and paste them where they go in the map. So I'm going to do that with each of the cabins. And I do have to remove a lot of the trees that are near it, and also install driveways next to each cabin. Now that the cabins are finished, I'm going to add in all of the RVs for the RV park here. There's gonna be 4 different RVs in the park right here. And now, right across the street from the campers, I'm gonna put in the tents and just like make a walking path. You can't see me build this stuff all that great because it's in the woods, but I am gonna add it in the campfire pit next. Actually, several campfire pits across the camp. And now I'm gonna add in some kayaks. I've been waiting to do this for a while now. I think that adding in the kayaks is gonna be really fun. And here, I'm gonna make a big kayak with like the boat racing aura meme. By the time I release this video, that'll probably be kind of old style. But anyways, here, the next thing I'm adding is some hiking paths. And, you know, that's very hard for you to see when you actually build it. But at the top of the path, when you get to the top of the mountain, you can light fireworks and look out over the whole camp. And the last thing I'm going to do is add a treasure island. So there's this big island in the middle of the map. Wasn't sure what to do with it, so I figured I would just fill it in with trees and add some treasure. So now here we are onto the showcase. So we're going to start by going down the road right here. I do also add some cars and people in, but I'm not going to film myself building that. So here we go. We go down this main road. And we're going to go ahead and go into the main rec center here. There's the swimming pool, the parking lot, and we're going to just fly in through here so you can see all the dining. There's the arcade right there. And then we're going to fly out, and here's the rock wall. Rock wall is actually one of my favorite parts of the whole build, even though it's the smallest thing. Here is the kayaks. Here are the kayaks. And then here are the campfire pits. We're going to fly in through here and take a look at the camper park. And everything has full interior in this build. So now we're going to take a look at the tents across the street. I almost forgot to mention that Brev Gaming, one of my patrons, recommended that I build this summer camp, so a special shout out to him. Here's the swimming pool and the water parks. And you can download Camp Craft-A-Lot and all my other cities on my Patreon. I have over 70 Minecraft cities. And that is the aerial view of the whole camp. And pretty much the main bridge lookout area. That's the last thing. And there we go. So that is pretty much it. Like I said, you can download all of my builds. Thank you for watching and have a great day.